Oh, welcome back inside the Golden One Center here at Sacramento. Jay Tuss alongside Brady Frederick. Our NCAA tournament coverage continues to ramp up. A busy day here as we got to see all the guys in action and hear from a lot of the players and coaches as well.
And it's been a fun day, too, getting to hear the respect that Northwestern is giving the Broncos and vice versa, and the energy that everybody's bringing to this event on tomorrow night at the Golden One Center.
Yeah, well, a number of those players that got the chance to address the media, take a look at this, was Leon Rice as well as Max Rice and Najee Smith. The players spoke for about 15 minutes before eventually Leon Rice took over. He was asked what he wants his team to be remembered for. Well, at 24-9 and a second place finish in the Mountain West, Leon Rice believes that this squad, the sum is better than the parts.
This team has been special, and their accomplishments have been, worthy of being remembered for a long, long time. And we've put some moments, like that San Diego State game in Boise, and you can list a whole bunch of them, but their accomplishments and the way they played together and the way they just had such a steely resolve. They were so tough. They always responded the right way, and they just battled every second they were out there. And they, like I said, they were a team that was a true team that was better than the sum of their parts. Good talent, great team.
So much of this week is about stress and nerves and handling the pressures of the big stage. Today's open practice session was anything but that. The guys getting a chance to get out on the court here at the Golden One Center and really simply enjoy themselves. I will say this, though. They know the challenge that lies ahead of them. A magic number for Northwestern is 65. When they limit opponents to 65 or less, they're 20-1 on the season. When opponents score 65 or more, though, they're just 1-10. That's a number that Chibuzo Abo knows is the key to victory tomorrow.
It's going to be fun. I think you're going to see, a lot of us having a lot of energy, preparing, but also just smelling the roses and having a good time. Not everybody gets to do this. We worked really hard to be in this position, so I feel like we could play with anybody. I want a big dog. I want a #1 seed, something like that. So yeah, I feel confident. It's going to be a battle for sure. We're ready to go to war, but that's stats. We better score 66.
Now, we also got a chance to catch up with Boise State's first-round matchup, the Northwestern Wildcats. Here's a look at their practice session from this morning. There's quite some similarities between the two squads. Both of them pride themselves on playing exemplary defense. We talked about the defensive slugfest we might be anticipating tomorrow night, but the Wildcats also have some guys who can score the rock. Boo Buie is the main man to watch for NU. He's averaging over 17 points per game. And for head coach Chris Collins, he's done his research on Boise State as well and knows that the Broncos' starting five will provide him with quite the challenge when they have the ball.
I mean, these guys, it's kind of game to game. You don't know. Shaver could have a big game, or, Rice gets 25 to 30. Obviously, Dagenhart is a terrific player, inside, outside big, who can do a little bit of everything. Smith kind of does what he does. Agbo makes threes. So they present a tough challenge just having five guys, in my opinion, on the floor that can all score. And so you got to really be connected on the defensive end. You got to be locked into what they're doing. They run good stuff. They're a connected group. And just an older, tough-minded, winning, you can tell they're a winning program.
51 wins over the last two seasons combined for Boise State, tied for 15th most in the country. It's interesting, Brady. Last year at the NCAA tournament when we spoke with Penny Hardaway, I got to say, it barely felt like he knew any of these Boise State men's basketball players. He knew that his NBA caliber players were probably just going to be able to take care of business. Chris Collins has a great deal of respect for this Boise State men's basketball roster.
And I think part of that's because Northwestern has been somewhat of an underdog themselves going through this, and they're in a place where they want to do what Boise State has been doing, start making back-to-back trips to the big dance. And, Boise State is the team that stands in their way of them moving on right now.
I tell you, the last few hours here have been an absolute sprint. We've gone from one press conference to another, one practice to another. We are still gathering, collecting. We have so much more coming up tonight on the News at 10. Brady and I will see you then. In the meantime, the News at 6. We'll be right back.